Swing and a foul out of play. And a foul ball. Profar gets his lead at first. Nobody out. In the dirt. Good job to fight that one off. That one just misses. Runner at first with no outs here. That one is absolutely belted. Out of here. He circles the bases. It's 2-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And it skips in the dirt. Hard hit left side. Suarez throw to first in time. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the home run. And now Matt Olson up to hit. Swing and a miss. And that's strike one. Woo, when you talk about his skill set, he stops teams from getting hits. That's the thing that he's so good at. He's just really difficult to get base hits against. Rodriguez racing after it. Puts it away for the out.
Well, he's got power, and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So, to his advantage, he can expand the zone.
Marcell Ozuna stands in now, looks at that one inside. No strike. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
He can throw that fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
So what's the approach from an offensive perspective against a guy that doesn't give up a lot of hits?
I think you just kind of...
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. New inning getting started, and here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
Josh Naylor.
Elder back to work.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And Naylor swings through that one. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That pays his third of the game. Eugenio Suarez up to hit down. That one lifted to left. Harris sizing this one up. Snags it for the second out.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Fought off foul. And strike two.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 outs, base is empty. Got it. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Someone's lover, someone's other love. My mother was so sad. I've been a rambling man without a plan, just shot right from a gun. Yeah, I've folded, I've been scolded, and I had my share of fun. Now they're handing me the keys to the kingdom. Young man, I was you, once don't look like it's true, but young man, I was new and I was green. Been a long time spent when you're hustling for rent. Gone and stuff looking like me. Been someone's love, someone's other love. My mother was a son. I've been a man without a plan. Just shot right from a gun. Yeah, I've folded, I've been scolded, and I had my share of fun. Now they're handing me the keys to the kingdom.
Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the New York Yankees. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here, and today's starting pitcher, Carlos Rodon.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Now in for the Braves, Jurickson Profar. Breaking ball inside, and we are underway. Outside low, and that's ball 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Late with the swing there.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And down on strikes he goes, and one away. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Rodon, a former All-Star, 32 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2014. There's a strike.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
2-2.
One out, base is empty.
Ball 3. Full count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Rodon ready. Here comes. Stays alive. Grisham settles under it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. 2 down, base is empty. And now Ozzie Albies. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round. Back in the Bronx, and starting this one, Chris Sale. What should we keep an eye on here?
Big-time arm power. One thing he struggles with, though, is repeating his delivery. And sometimes you have bigger pitchers trying to sync things up. Not as easy as a more compact pitcher. But if he can get command going, establish it early, and carry it through the ball game, he's going to pitch deep into this one.
Trent Grisham, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Grisham, a guy that understands the strike zone. That one missed. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Take it all the way on 3-0 right there. And as a hitter, you're saying, why couldn't I get that pitch earlier in the count when I'm looking to swing?
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
No ball. One strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Profar moving under this one. Makes the grab for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
And that one is in the dirt. 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And a swing and a miss. Sale off to a great start. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Back now in the Bronx. All set for the start of the inning. Here is Matt Olson. Rodon, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a sinker. Here's the pitch to Olson. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's Marcell Ozuna. And ball one. Not even close there. Now 2-0. Swings through that one for strike one.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Strike two.
2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. They say you win. Second inning here, no score.
1 strike.
And a swing and a miss there.
I think he was sitting off speed.
No ball. 2 strikes.
And that one almost got him.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
And they'll do it again. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that extends the inning.
Really nice job, a 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Michael Harris the second. The next to hit takes ball one. Swings and misses. And the count 1-1. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. To first, and they've got him picked off. Oh, caught up in a rundown now. And they put the tag on him. That's the third out, inning over. Back for more from the Bronx. And now here's the veteran DH, Giancarlo Stanton. And there's a ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
No, that's down.
Next pitch is downstairs. And there's a strike to Giancarlo Stanton. Swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
And that's too high.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That K is his third of the game. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Line drive. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Now he'll turn for second. The relay, not going to get him. He's in there.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
And the batter now, Austin Wells.
1-0.
And that's downstairs and outside. Missed with a changeup, and now 3-0. Fastball for a strike.
3-1.
One out and a runner at second. And a swing and a miss.
Full count.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Batting seventh, the first baseman.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Profar. He makes the grab, and that will end the inning. Back at Yankee Stadium, here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II.
Harris.
Rodon back to work. Taps softly to the right side, and that's a foul ball. And that's off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a miss.
1-2.
Next pitch is inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gets a piece and stays alive. And it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Ha-Sung Kim next up for the Braves.
Ha-Sung Kim.
And that is out of play. One down, base is empty. Pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Top of the third, no score. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. And next for Atlanta, Nacho Alvarez Jr. And that's in the dirt. And that one upstairs. Next offering is downstairs.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
He swings and fouls one off. That one fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or an into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Leiter Jr.
Profar takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. There's the swing and a miss.
1-1.
Leiter throws over. Alvarez dives back in safely. And that should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Clips the corner. That's strike 2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Catcher has it. Fires the first. That completes the strikeout. Inning over. And we're back. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
The shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
And that is cut on and missed. Strike 1.
0-1.
Swings through that one.
0-2.
Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And yes, he offered at it.
Batting ninth, the third baseman.
Here's Ryan McMahon now.
McMahon.
He was late there. Strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. So the batting order turns over. Now here's Trent Grisham. His first at bat was a strikeout. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
I ain't gonna lie, chat. I'm on fire right now. I just went crazy.
Back in the Bronx as we go to the top of the 4th. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. Leiter measures 6 feet even, 33 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Gets him to chase after that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
Started after it. Appeal to third. Did not. Over to Goldie.
He's out.
And Albies is retired. Here's Matt Olson.
Now
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Matt Olson.
There's the splitter in the dirt. Swing and a miss.
I'll tell you what. He's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
Strike 2. Good eye in that spot.
1-2.
Jazz tosses the first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ozuna.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
No balls. 1 strike.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception.
Half of inning number 4. Gets to it, on to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Back here in New York, bottom 4. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate.
Aaron Judge.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, these Yankees, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Now this 3-ball count down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
That one misses. So lead off walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with the quick free pass.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1.
1-0.
In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Judge gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Ha! 1-1.
Cut on and missed. Good change up right there. And it's 1-2. And that's down and away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Got him. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Stanton.
In for a strike. 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
The batter, number 13.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Doubled in his first AB. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
The catcher, number 28. Austin.
Now the catcher up to hit, Austin Wells. Caught looking his first time up. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Ready now for the fifth inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Drake Baldwin. Almost got him. And that one fouled off. Swings through that.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. Wells down to first with it. In time to get him. One away and the strikeout. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. Struck out swinging his first time. And a foul ball.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Kim stands in now and watches strike one.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 2 outs. Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Back in New York, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt. There's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And now 1-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
2-2.
That misses. It's 2-2. So Goldie strikes out here. So up next, Anthony Volpe struck out swinging his first time. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
That's towards center. Harris makes the grab, and that quickly 2 away. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
McMahon.
That one's in there. Strike 1.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Got him swinging. set for the top of the sixth. Here's the third baseman, Nacho Alvarez Jr. Leiter back to work. Just missed.
1 ball, no strikes.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws to first in time, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Now batting Jurickson Profar.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And first offering is fouled off. Saying 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in 1 game. And, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit.
McMahon fires over to first. Profar is out.
13, Ronald Acuna. Jr. Now pitching for the New York Yankees, number 63, Fernando Cruz.
Acuna in the box now. No balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2 when I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me and said,
well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. Back at Yankee Stadium. Well, we go bottom 6. Stepping in, Trent Grisham.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And a count 1-2. The pitch. And just misses with that one. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Sale delivers. That misses. 3-2 down.
That's a really good take.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. On the ground, finds his way through, base hit, and a good start to the inning.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Judge, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
1-1.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
1 ball.
With the tying run on at first, here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. That's back there, gone. They must be going crazy in the dugout, and they add a pair. It's 2-1. And here comes Bellinger. New pitcher for the Braves, Hunter Stratton. He has a great slider with tons of movement. That one off the mark, and that's ball 1. Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. That one 95 to finish him off.
Now batting the
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now.
Stanton.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
1 strike.
Just missed. Fastball for a strike. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 2 away. And next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And a big swing and a miss.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to try to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And down on strikes. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. We go to the top of the 7th. Now in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That missed by a lot. 2-2. Looks like extra bases. As the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Matt Olson up to the plate. In the dirt, blocked. Well done behind the dish. That misses the zone. 2-0. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the top half of inning number 7. Now 3-0. To the right side. What a stop. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Look at how he dives right there. Is able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
High leverage spot coming up for the big bat of Marcell Ozuna. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first.
Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. 1 for 2.
Baldwin. Now pitching for the Yankees, number 41, Tim Hill.
Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
The tying run is 90 feet away. Up the middle. Oh, he gloves it. Throws from his knees. And he gets him. Nicely done. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Stratton, a righty that throws with power. 28 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. That's hard hit on the line. Reaching for it and brings it in. Goldie steps into the box.
The first baseman, Paul Goldsmith.
Swings and misses. That's strike one.
No balls. One strike.
This one in the air, right field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And there's two down. Two outs, base is empty. And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike one. And he chases a high fastball there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
The next offering misses. And the count 1-2.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job.
That's strike three and the third out. So we take a break. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're at the top of the eighth, and now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. And here it comes. That's in there. That's strike one. Late with the swing there.
He's really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Not close with that one. 1-2 the count. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And next for Atlanta, Ha-Seong Kim.
Ha-Seong Kim. Now pitching for the New York Yankees, number 43, Jonathan Loaisiga.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. So two down now, and here is Nacho Alvarez Jr. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side here in the eighth. Back for more from the Bronx. Now here is Ryan McMahon.
Ryan McMahon.
Foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. And that's outside. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. And that one ripped into right. Acuna snags it. One down. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
One strike.
And strike two.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Now
Here is Aaron Judge. He's already homered here in this one. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Raisel Iglesias.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Slider right there.
0-1.
And Judge spoils that one. Judge rips that one. And that is that. Back at Yankee Stadium, now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jurickson Profar. Loaisiga back to work. And that's downstairs. Ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. No, he held up. Loaisiga fires. Profar gets a piece there. Hit in the air, center field. Grisham sizes this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
No balls. 1 strike.
Not even close there. And 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Next offering way off the plate. Called out on strikes. And they're down to their last out. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. 1 for 3. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
And he blows that one by him at 100.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Next offering is in the dirt. The Braves down to their final strike. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
This was by no means an offensive outburst. Only 4 hits the entire game, but good teams find a way to win, and they did.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
set the scene. And we could take another lap round, but it wouldn't change a thing. Oh no, this ain't one of those where I kiss you when you go. Maybe we find each other somewhere down the road. 'Cause I'm over trying and making it right when I'm still getting these concussions. Throw my head against the wall, turning nothing into something, making everything my fault. But you got me top, begging you to stay. I'm bleeding now from screaming out your name. Find a place to pull over, tears stain on your shoulder. 2 years is too long, still feel like I don't know you. You always wonder what it'd be like if I left. Take a look around, 'cause you're staring at the end. You're staring at the end. There's no way we're going back now. No, you ain't giving what I need. Yeah, that crowd was getting too loud. Screaming now, saying I'm not gonna be the one to pick up your pieces. Stop my life when you need it. Say you blame me for everything when you're leaving. I'm still getting these concussions. Throw my head against the wall, turning nothing into something, making everything my fault. But you got me top, begging you to stay. I'm bleeding now from screaming out your name. Find a place to pull over, tears stain on your shoulder. 2 years is too long, still feel like I don't know you. You always wonder what it'd be like if I left. Take a look around, 'cause you're staring at the end. I'm still getting these concussions. Throw my head against the wall, turning nothing into something, making everything my fault. But you got me top, begging you to stay. I'm bleeding now from screaming out your name. Find a place to pull over, tears stain on your shoulder. 2 years is too long, still feel like I don't know.
Live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the New York Yankees.
And now,
First
please
pitch
welcome
coming at you right after the
your
break.
New York Yankees.
Just about set. And on the mound today, Luis Gil. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, just a 3-pitch mix in his arsenal, which, you know, it's not a lot for a starter. So always very important for him to have a good feel and command all three. Sometimes you can make that 3 look like 4 if you add or subtract a little bit of velocity on one. But, you know, one thing about it, it can be easy to get too predictable out there on the mound. So hitters are aware of that. Mixing those 3 pitches in all counts is going to be a big key for him in this one.
And that one hammered. And in one hops the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Even though center fielders are amazing at tracking down balls these days, there's still a lot of room out there, and it's a big field. So if you hammer one to center like that, there's a decent chance you're picking up extra bases.
Springer stands at second with no outs. And that one lifted in the air center field. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second. Throw cut off to third. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Vladdy needs just 1 hit to reach 200 for the season. Outside low. 1-0.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident. And there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
2 down, nobody on. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. That's to third. McMahon fires over to first, and that is that.